Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm actually going to be doing an Etsy shop critique. This is one of the many free critiques I do every single month for free to give back to my community. So if you would like a chance to win a critique, I will leave the link right below the video where you could sign up. Now, if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel, consider subscribing. I do upload weekly videos to help you build an impactful online business. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell. This is for everyone, so you'll be the first person notified of any new videos that I upload. In addition to that, if you're new to Etsy, you're a beginner, I have a lot of resources that you can find right below this video that will help you get started the right way. So make sure that you check them out. And let's head over to my computer to see who is today's lucky Etsy critique winner. So here we are, and today's lucky Etsy critique winner is a store called Presses by Alexander, and the store owner is Alexander. So congratulations. Even if you didn't win this round of critiques, make sure that you watch this video to the end. Make sure that you show support to Alexander, leave any feedback on the comments below, and make sure that you watch because you might learn something new as well for your Etsy store. So what I normally do on a critique, I take a particular listing and I do a quick audit on that listing. And then I talk about product photography, your title, your listing, and then I also do the curation of your store, branding, and much more. So the listing that I'm doing an audit on is this one here. And the first thing I want to talk about is product photography. I think you did a good job for what you sell. It showcases what you sell. When I look at it, I know exactly what I'm getting. And you did a good job of having all of these different pictures that go with this particular theme, which is Christmas magic. So I think for the attention grabber, it is an attention grabber photo. So you did a really good job there. I also do like the fact that with digital products, you could actually offer buy two, get one free. And it's a great way to upsell to your customers and sell more. So this is a good strategy that you have. And good job for having it not only on your listing description, but also having an actual photo of it. That way, if they don't get as far as your listing description, maybe this will entice them to go ahead and buy from you. In addition to that, you did a good job of having the before and after of a darker photo versus after you use the preset, how it would look. So you did a really good job there. Now, my suggestion would be, in addition to all of these great photos that you included, is to make sure that you work on email marketing. I didn't see that anywhere in your store. The only part I didn't check was down here. No, I don't see it. It's really important to start email marketing. If you're interested in an email marketer, you don't know who to pick, or email provider, excuse me, I will leave my link right below the video. I have a list of all these different resources. You could use that one. It is an affiliate link, or you could use your choice of provider. It doesn't really matter. But you definitely need to start an email list, because not every single customer that comes from Etsy SEO or comes from Google or comes from your own traffic, if you're driving traffic back to your store, not every single person is going to buy at that moment. So you need to capture those emails. That way you could remarket to them at a later time. So that's one strategy that I will recommend. Another one is making sure that you're asking people proactively, don't forget to favorite this listing or favorite our shop. And the reason why you want to do that is because if they don't want to join your email list, maybe by just clicking here and liking that is an easier process for them. But what's great about that is that later on, if you have new listings in your store, you have new updates, you have any promotional sales or anything going on, they will get free notifications in their dashboard under updates. So they will get a free notification. And then a percentage of those people come back, they re-engage with your brand, and hopefully the second or third time around, once they get to know you a little bit more, they look at your products more, maybe hopefully then they'll buy from you. So these are different strategies. Is the favor the shop gonna make you a millionaire? No, but it does it get you more sales? Yes. So even if it got you an extra 3 sales a month for now, an extra 5 sales a month, everything counts. So the objective is what strategies can I implement to keep growing my business, right? What can I do to keep getting sales on a continuous basis and not solely depend on Etsy SEO? That's a great start, but you have to start implementing other strategies to kind of continue going with that. So Those would be my suggestions. Another thing you could do is have a video where you showcase how to use the product. I think that would be really cool for a lot of people to see how easy it is if you could incorporate it within the limit of time that Etsy give us, but having a video of the product. And in addition to that, making sure that you fill out all 10 photos. I think that if this is going to be like your primary store, the one that you're trying to scale to the next level, doesn't matter if you're trying to scale it to 500 a month or 3,000 a month, make sure that you fill out everything. The more photos and videos that you include here, well, one video, and the more photos you include, the more people engage with your brand, and then the higher the probability that they might click on your listing description, click on your homepage, and learn more about who you are as a brand. So it does help you in the long run to have all 10 photos versus 5 or 6. So those are my suggestions for your photos. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is your title and your listing description, along with SEO. Now, for title, what I recommend is when you're writing a title, the main keyword, which is this right here, which you have in the beginning, is consider your focus keyword. It's the keyword that becomes the page title of the page for SEO purposes on Google. In addition to that, you want to think like a shopper. If I was shopping on Etsy and I was looking for Lightroom mobile presence, that's what I would type, but I wouldn't necessarily type 5+2. So you have to just think about how would somebody search for your product, and maybe just have this Lightroom mobile preset. And then if you need to say, hey, you get 7 of them included, then put that in the actual description of the product of what they're getting. But I wouldn't necessarily put it in the beginning. A lot of people put, like, for digital products, they'll put instant download, wall decor, blah, blah, blah. Don't never put like instant download. Put that in the description. This is what you get, is an instant download. The same with if you sell tangible items, sometimes people put 2 earrings and they'll put like the 2 in the beginning, or pair, and then they'll put like whatever focus. Make sure your focus keyword describes your product, and any additional things that the customer should know about the product, add it to your listing description. Don't waste that space, because this is the most important part right here for SEO. Now, you do want to optimize your title, and you want to make it, one, optimized for SEO, but you also want to make sure that's user-friendly for when customers are engaging with your products, they don't get confused on what exactly you sell. I think that you did an okay job. I mean, it is a little bit keyword stuff, but I can understand what you're buying. I have done keyword stuff in my titles that I have actually confused buyers, because one title will say wedding invite, wedding do-yourself invite, wedding template invite, whatever, and then they're like, okay, what am I getting? So yours, in my opinion, doesn't really confuse me. So that's actually good. So, but one thing I noticed is that you're not optimizing your title and your listing description for SEO. And this is important, because if you're just relying on Etsy SEO at the moment, but your listings are not optimized correctly, then you're missing out on traffic. And when you don't have your listings optimized correctly, most likely your listing quality score is very low. So therefore, you never had a fighting chance to be a bestseller or to be on the top of rankings for certain keywords. So you want to focus on making sure that your main focus keyword is in the beginning of your title, and you also put that same keyword in your first 155 characters, because that's the meta description that's shown to people that find you on Google. It's like a snippet. I'll show you what I mean. I'm using eRank Pro to do the audit of your listing, and I do have the paid version in case if it does look different to you guys. And this is what people see on Etsy. They see the photo and then the first few words in the title, and then this is what people see on Google. So right now you don't have it optimized, or it's not engaging enough or enticing for someone to want to click. So here what you want to include is your main keyword, which is your focus keyword that you put in your title. You want to include a description of whatever you're selling, and you want to include some sort of call to action, like click to learn more, click to shop now, click to grab yours today, because when you do that, it does increase the click-through rate, and then people go back to your store and hopefully buy from you. So you definitely need to work on that. Make sure that it's no longer than 155 characters, and it will be right on top. And you could push this down. Just make sure that you put it right in the beginning of your listing description because it needs to be up there. And in addition to that, you need to make sure that you optimize your listing description for SEO and include your keywords within your listing description. Right now, you're not doing that. So that doesn't help you when it comes to people typing search queries for your products. If you didn't put the keywords here, the algorithm, X's algorithm, won't know what your page is about. That's how Xe SEO works, is by including those keywords in there, including your keywords in your tag, including your keywords in your title, and then including your keywords in your listing description. It's really important. And tag and title relevancy is very important as well, which I saw that, for instance, your tags are, you have here, for instance, in your title, you have cozy presents, right? And I see it here, so that's good. And then you have Black Friday. I would just remove that since Black Friday is over. Blogger presets, and use a different keyword that you could potentially rank for now. You have it here. So title and tag relevancy you kind of did. You just forgot to optimize your listing, and you need to pick better keywords, in other words, as well. A lot of these, you see how it doesn't have any traction. It says less than 20. When you're doing keyword research, and if you find tags that have less than 20, it just means that it doesn't have enough data. So eRank doesn't even give us the actual number because the search is so low, no one's really searching for that. So what does that mean? It could be that maybe your product is a seasonal product, maybe sells better in certain months, and maybe during Christmas or during this time right now, it doesn't sell. It could be that maybe this product doesn't perform as well on Etsy. And the way that you could tell if it does perform well is doing market research, finding out, are there other competitors in Etsy that sell the same products or similar products that are making money, right? Because ultimately we want to make money. The reason why we open a store is to be profitable. And before you open a store, you should have done market research. And if you did, then great. But if you didn't, then you need to do it now just to make sure that this type of product does sell. I have seen it sell, so I know for me it does sell. It's just using the right keywords here. And when you're doing keyword research, I recommend using Keyword Explorer. They have a lot of tools on eRank. All of them actually do help you in different ways. I think the Keyword Explorer is the best one when you're doing keywords and you're just brainstorming and you have no idea what tags you want to use, because all you need to do is write down 10 to 15 keywords that accurately describes what you sell. You want to use some long tail keywords in there as well, because those have less competition and they usually have higher conversion rates. And then what you do is you go to Keyword Explorer, you put each keyword in there, you do a little bit of research, and you try to find keywords, either the ones that you typed in or relevant keywords that it will show up. It will give you a list of additional keywords that have at least a monthly search volume like this one, 500 or more, with a competition of 50,000 or less. Now, keep in mind, you did a good job of not using keywords that are very competitive, but you also could do the mistake of using keywords that have no competition. So you want to make sure that when you're looking for keywords, it doesn't have unknown or zero, because that means that no one's using that. There's not a lot of competition, especially if it says 20 here and then unknown. This is like one that you should just remove. Now, the reason probably why this one is not performing well is because it's a misspelled word. So that's the reason probably why. But if you find any like this one here, I would just remove automatically. I wouldn't even bother with it. So you want to have a little bit of competition. I'm not saying you have to have a lot, but have something. Like this one is actually, these two are your best. Actually, these two and this one. So if I had to pick your focus keyword based on these keywords, I will pick blogger presets. I will use that one as my focus keyword. I will use that one in my meta description. And then I will keep this one here, and I will keep this one here, and I will keep that one. I think all the rest, they need to go. This one is good as well. But all the ones, you will need to just find new keywords that you could rank for. And don't forget to use long tail keywords. You're using more two-word phrases, but if you could find long tail keywords, those will be very helpful for you. And let me check your category. Oops, where am I going? Right here. Okay, so you picked the right categories. You don't have no attributions, attributes, excuse me. Make sure that you add attributes. They do act like tags, and they do help you get more searches back to your store. So think of attributes as tags. If you find a tag, if you use an attribute that you already have as a tag, just remove that tag and replace it with something else. But always use attributes if it's relevant. If you didn't find any, that's fine. But if you can, make sure you do, because that could be an extra customer that comes to your store and buy from you. And then once you have your new keywords and you've done the research, then you want to rewrite your title, your listing description, include, like I said, your focus keyword in the beginning of your title in the first 155 characters. Make sure that you add keywords throughout your listing description. In addition to that, what I would do in the bottom down here is add a link to your homepage. That way, when people get up to here, they click and it takes them to your homepage versus they go down and now they see your competitors. I don't necessarily tell people to promote their Instagram or TikTok on their listing description, because you're taking people away from Etsy to go to a different platform, and then when they go to Instagram, it's not guaranteed that they will follow you. They might get distracted. They might get a notification from someone to send them a message, and then you lost them. In my opinion, it's better to grab the email, like make sure you promote your email here, grab their email, and once you have their email, then you could cross promote and say, hey, by the way, I am on Instagram, or by the way, I am on TikTok, follow us there. That's when you do that, once you have the email. The email is more important than a new follower. The email is more important than a new like. Always remember that. So I would definitely just remove this and just add your email, and that's going to be a better chance for you to get a sale either now or or at a later time, even if they don't buy the first time from you. I think overall, your listing description I had went over earlier today, and you did a pretty good job. The only part that I was a little confused is that you put a whole bunch of keywords here. I don't know the purpose of this, of why you put these here. I will remove them. They look like spammy a little bit, and they're not really helping you at the moment, unless they are. But it's just keep in mind that it does look a little bit spammy. So I will remove them, to be honest. And one thing I congratulate you is for saying here, I will always be more than happy to help. I think it's really great to provide customer service, and just something as simple as that, I'll be more than happy to help, could make somebody want to click to buy from you or click to simply ask you a question, and then that question turns into an actual sale. So I think you did a good job with that as well. And let's go back to your store. A few things that I will recommend. You do have a logo, so good job for the logo, so people could start remembering you and your brand. What I would recommend is having a banner for your store, only because there's so many people selling similar products like you. And if you add a banner, you could put your own personality to it. You could showcase your top products if you wanted to, but just a way to make your store look different than everyone else's, and it's a way to showcase your brand. And if you build a memorable brand and people remember you all the time, when they look at your list, when they find your listings in the search feed, they'll be able to determine who you are, or if they ever found you on Instagram, they'll be able to say, oh, that's Alexander. I've been at his shop before. I've shopped before in his shop, whatever the situation is. But it does help you build a memorable brand. It's a little tedious thing, right? You would never think a banner. But if you add a banner and there's like a million stores that don't even bother to add a banner, now you have something more that they don't have. So it's just making it different and building your brand and adding your unique touch to it. But I think overall, your biggest takeaway is making sure that you're optimizing your listings the correct way for SEO, because ultimately that's what's driving your traffic back to your store at the current moment. So guys, if you have any tips for Alexander, make sure that you leave them below. I'm trying to build community where we all help and uplift each other. So make sure that it's constructive feedback. And thank you again for watching.